So the homeowner didn't like the slope that I gave him on this path. So now I'm removing the rotten granite. I'm going to fill from the top and extend the hill down towards the driveway the best I can, and make it so that it's walkable for an elderly person that can't really walk too well with a walker. So we're gonna get on that, and yeah, I'm not thrilled at all about this. I'm not gonna make very much on this project. Yep. Well, not that I'm trying to scam these people even in the slightest. I did the best I could, and you can kind of tell up ahead where I made my cut that I added a lot more of this because I had some extra. I had a pretty good amount extra, which wasn't a big deal. Their driveway's also this stuff. Driveway needs some work that they were going to do themselves. And I put 6 inches in, and I got probably a foot total now that I'm at least up there. So I had another 6 inches, and it was still too steep. So there was two options when I was doing this that I thought I had kind of did. Is I took a bunch out up there, and I dragged everything downhill and extended this hill already once. I'm talking, not paying attention to what I'm doing. So there was already a bunch of work done in regrading this hill. Did I make a mistake? I think I did. I could have gone lower up top and taken less out where I made my cut. And then, or what I could have done, you know, after making my mistake, you know, you live, you learn. And they are paying me some money for this, for me to come back and redo this, because I told them, like, you know, I did make a mistake. I should have let you know that this couldn't have been done for under $4,000. I thought I could have. Just that black plastic edging stuff. Hopefully I get the videos in order, and this one isn't first. But installing that black edging is just annoying. I don't even think I got any video of that. I think I just got video of me installing this path. I hate that black edging. First off, finding it is a bear. Nobody really has any in stock, and I bought the last of it, and it still wasn't enough. So they're trying to get an order, but they can't get a hold of their supplier. This and that. They're leaving messages. Supposedly, who knows? They might just keep forgetting to call. Not a big deal. But as far as I know, this stuff in stick form, coil form, sure you can find it anywhere, but it's unusable in coil form. Unusable. Yeah, you can set it out in the sun in your driveway, let flat, and let it get flattened out, and blah blah blah. Sure, yeah, I agreed. That is a doable thing. It takes forever. I had done that with the coil to test it out. Laid it out for 24 hours, and I took the weights off of it, and it still coiled up on me, and I was like, I'm not working with this. So, and I knew that was going to be an issue, because it's not like the first time that I've had that happen with that stuff. So I'm going to basically put this path in the best I can and come back and do the black plastic edging, landscape edging. I'm back here fixing this path. Filling it in now. I got all the red granite out. that was easy to get out or wasn't getting mixed in with the subsoil. So now we're just filling in. This sand has some clay in it. Has more clay than I thought, but it'll be nice for binder so it doesn't wash out. But yeah, it's just trips like this. I have the skid steer back at the shop because, well, I might need more fill, and I do have fill on my property that I can use that also has a little bit of clay in it if I need to go and make that run. I don't want to have, because right now it's the weekend, so nobody's really open to do runs for like fill and everything. No pits open. Sure, there might be one, but nothing close. And so it's there with my dump trailer, so if I need to pick up another trailer full, I got it at home at the shop. But yeah, I'm just compression compacting as I go, and then I'll run the plate compactor over it. Like some of this is just too thick. Compacting with just a plate compactor, but a little bit of settlement on this won't hurt much. Plate compactors, you should only really be doing 6 inches at a time, unless you got like a really, really big one. I'm just trying to, somebody was supposed to come and help me, and well, see how well that went. He's busy though. So I'm just trying to negate how often I'm coming out of this cab, since I'm forwarding with the Mini instead of forwarding with the skid steer, which would be logical. The logical way of doing this. Jumping out, plate compacting, adding another layer, plate compacting, I'm just going to compression compact with the bucket, and it should be good enough. It's sand, it's got clay in it, it'll move a little bit, but not a lot. Not a lot for this area. Like, we're not the south, we don't get huge monsoon rains. So, and if this does settle, it won't be by much. Shouldn't be any at all, in my opinion, from what I've done before. Just experience. But yeah, a lot of this will probably be fast forward because it's really boring, or I'll just cut all this movement out and just show a bunch of clips of. I really just don't like putting a lot of effort and time into editing videos because it's actually pretty time consuming. I'm not turning, I'm just rotating. You operate the skid steer for so long, you start to swing your cab as if you're steering. if I'm off on materials, I got my own fill, so I really don't have to worry about material cost on this. Like I said, I'm already redoing this. The second time I'm doing this. You see how easy sand moves? So like if I just do this, like it just moves so easily. It's why vibratory compaction is one of the best to use. Can I turn here? I don't know. Feels a little sketch. Because science says that rock and soil's best compaction is at 2,200 vibrations per minute or whatever. And so almost all vibrating compactors vibrate at that speed or that frequency. And sand is one of those ones that is always moving and it never really locks together, not without a binder. So that's why it's important to compact, because it technically, you can use compression compaction, but you need a lot of weight to do that. And you're, believe it or not, unless you have a heavy ass excavator, a really heavy excavator, tracking over it ain't gonna be good enough. Vibrating is king when it comes to that. Now if you had a dump truck full, quad axle just topped off, that'd probably be good enough to compact with. Sometimes it's better just to dump it and go. A lot of times I'll dump it like that and grade uphill. A little bit better than that, obviously. And you can roughly estimate what you're doing. Grab this. Really good, you know exactly what you're doing, but it's all about the finesse. Yeah, I would be just dumping this with the skid steer if I could afford to have it here. I kind of need it back just in case I need more fill. I'll definitely be coming here to flatten everything back off, like the yard and stuff. It's so much faster to do that, and I'll be driving past this area anyways. Well, it'll be a small detour to go to the next job. And I tried updating it, you know, because I hear that they've been working on that. I mean, I'm running these videos in 1080p 60 frames, and only 60 frames because if you want to do slow motion or even speeding up, it's just easier, it's less choppy then, especially slow-mo. And Dirt Perfect, whatever his name is in Frizzles, so his has never overheated. And on my 9, which I ran over, that one never overheats. I had that thing directly in the sun, with no wind on it. This thing, this GoPro 10, it's useless. Like, I got the AC pointed right at it and it's still overheated. You know, I don't know how right at it is, but it feels like it's right at it. But yeah, I was looking at my pile of fill. I'm definitely gonna need more fill. Unfortunately, it kind of sucks. This is gonna be a long day, and probably a little bit tomorrow. Cause I got phone calls to make today too. Cause I can't make them in the cab here because right now where the cab's at is in the middle of nowhere, and there is no cell signal here. There's a little bit, but with there only being one cell tower and a bunch of people vacationing currently, there is no way I'm currently going to be able to get a phone call out or even a text message out here until I'm closer to the tower, where luckily I'm not one of the off-brand like Cricket or something. That wasn't very good. What am I doing? And this pile's actually heavy, like it's hard. And yeah, so where I'll have priority. So I have priority on the tower that's by my house because I'm actually not like Cricket Mobile or one of them other off-brands that rent tower usage space or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, and also I can make phone calls on the Wi-Fi, on the interwebs through my phone, so that's nice. That I don't know why that was never a capability of when cell phones started getting internet and like wireless Wi-Fi on them. Why that's just such, like, I think 2016 they started doing that, 2017 maybe. That is nuts to think. I thought it's been around forever, and they literally just started allowing Wi-Fi calling. But yeah, we'll keep working on this, get this put together, and I'll start the camera back up later on. I got more dumb stuff to talk about. And be like, I need 10 2x4s, 8 foot. They're not gonna answer like, oh, it's $1 or whatever a board foot. Like, what? They'll be like, oh yeah, that's I don't even know how much, $2,000 for that now. I don't know. It's not that expensive. The price has gone down for lumber a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, be like, oh, it's this much per 2x4. No, what? No, And I asked her. I think I mentioned this in another video. I don't know if I uploaded that video. I also asked her, I need retaining wall block. I need pavers in the same color as the retaining wall block. Your paver lines come into, you know, they tell me the paver lines like come in those same colors. And you didn't even respond to it. And here's another one. The blocks I like to use are pinned together, solid blocks, you know, not hollow core. And she's like, yeah, and corners cost this much. And I was like, what? Like, no. I don't care what corners cost. But what I do want to know, because I do have a corner to build, is can the block be split into a brick? Can the original full-size block, I said, can the original full-size block be split into a corner? And she emails back, yeah, the corners are split. That's how they're split face corners. And I was like, what? Like, no. I don't care what corners cost. But what I do want to know, because I do have a corner to build, is can the block be split into a brick? Can the original full-size block, I said, can the original full-size block be split into a corner? And she emails back, yeah, the corners are split. That's how they're split face corners. dot dot dot. I was like, I almost responded back like, no, dot dot dot. Can the original block, the 12 by whatever, the 6 by 12 block, be split into a corner because it's a solid block? Dot dot dot. What the I mean, it should be able to. It's a solid core. It's a solid block. I don't know. I'll just see if I got some laying around and split it because I don't want to say that woman's an idiot, but she's definitely not helpful in any way, shape, or form compared to the other like suppliers and stuff. Like I walk into a place like I need steps. All right. They're like, okay, and they take out their binder, their price sheet. And they're like, these ones cost this much, these ones cost this much. And I go out there, and they're like, yeah, they're over there. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go out there, and I take some pictures of the ones I like, that I think are the cheaper ones, based on where I think they came from, if they're from Wisconsin or not. And I go back in, and she's like, oh, those ones are all sold. I was like, which ones aren't? She's like, the ones that aren't in that group. Can you go out there and help me? She's like, oh yeah. She's like, I'll come out there. She met me out there. She's like, yeah, these, and these are not sold. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, these ones look like they're from a local pit. She's like, yeah, those ones are, you know, whatever, $180, $190. I said, yeah, that's a good price. I said, I'll take, you know, 4 of these. And she was really helpful. I was like, great. I was like, perfect. And I asked her, does that include tax? She's like, no. She's like, tax is added on after. I said, oh, okay. Not a big deal. You know. She was great. I mean, and then I needed what really got me on that place, which I'll probably never go back to for anything besides like pavers or something. It's their road base. So just rock and sand and a little bit of clay, the road base was $40 a yard, $39.99. I was like, what? I said it's like 17, 18 everywhere else, at the highest 20, and that's like delivered. And it's like 22 delivered for a lot of places, but yeah, no, when I'm picking it up, $40. I was like, Grinders is right down the road, like, from you guys. They make it there, I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that's where they get their supplies from, is that pit. Yeah, but the homeowner didn't pay for it. He didn't pay anything, really. I paid some, but I'm not paying that. Great. Didn't pay for the trash that I removed off his property that I had to take to the dump. Paid $67 a ton or whatever, $65 a ton. Time I trust anybody, even with their reputation. Good reputation doesn't mean anything anymore to me. After that, well, the guy pays his bills. So. Now, unless he agrees with it, he's a carpenter and he thinks he knows how much excavating and landscaping costs. He's ever done landscaping in his life. Super nice guy. I just don't know why he didn't feel a need to pay me what it actually cost me to do the job. Like, he barely covered the materials, some fuel, and enough to pay my employee. That's nuts. That's it. Like, I got... Not even that, because I still have some of the money on my credit card for materials. Yeah, I've had homeowners be like, not paying that. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I've got some callbacks. One guy, he started adding more stuff to a project I'm supposed to do this fall. And I was like, yeah, dude, you're adding a bunch of stuff. I gave you a pretty good deal on what you currently have that we discussed via email and phone. And I told him, like, you probably just went up to like $50,000 in materials and labor. He's like, what? I said, dude, you had another retaining wall. You had like 20 steps. Which the old one's going to be demoed, and I didn't think you wanted. That was not in the original estimate, those steps. I said it needs to be discussed and determined by the homeowner what needs to be done for the steps. Like, that was in my estimate. He's like, yeah, I remember that. He's like, I thought that was part of it, you know, which was fine. He was a good guy. He was just shocked. I told him, like, yeah, once I get this all revised and put together, don't be shocked if you get $50,000 estimate. I said, I'm not the cheap guy. Like, I'm not going to do it for cost. I gotta make money. Like, there's just no way. Yeah, a whole nother retaining wall that he did not add originally. I looked at it this spring, late winter. Spring to you guys, late winter to us.